Hello everyone, I'm Syifa. I'm from Mathematics Education 2018, Class A. So, today I want to make a video for my college assignment, English for Math, given by Mr. Wafa. So, keep on watching.
Hello everyone, how are you today? I hope you all are always healthy and happy. Have a nice day! So, this video is a course assignment English for Math given by Mr. Wafa, and let's go! Well, today's lesson is about first is collection of data, second is frequency table, and the last one is average. So we're gonna go to collection of data. What do you think about collection of data? Do you know? Okay. Based on its nature, the data is divided into two kinds of groups. Namely, first is quantitative and the second is qualitative. So we're gonna go to first is quantitative. Quantitative data is data in the form of numbers or numbers. Quantitative data is divided into two parts, namely enumeration data and measurement data. Here's the explanation. First, chopped data or discrete data is data obtained by counting. For example, data on the number of children in the family. And the second is size data or continuous data is data obtained by measuring. For example, data on the size of the student's height. So, the second is qualitative data. Is data that is not a number. So, qualitative data can take the form of features, properties, or a description of the quality of the object. For example, data relate to service quality is good, moderate, and liking. Ways to collect data include conducting interviews, filling out questionnaires, making observation, or using various existing data. For example, the average value of the report card. And we're gonna go to frequency table. Do you know frequency table? Okay, let's discuss together. Frequency distribution table is a tool for presenting statistical data in the form of columns and rows, which contain numbers that can describe the emission or frequency division of the variables that are the object of research. Okay, before using the table, there are three steps that need to be done with the data. Namely, first is compilation, and the second is simplification, and the last is grouping. Okay, now there's an example. Please see this example. Here, there is data that is not short, so let's try it. And this is a solution. First, compilation stage. We sort it from the smallest, which is 40, and the largest is 100. Second is simplification stage. This is a table. The data that we have sorted along with the amount of data or frequency. And this is table have a sum or n is 10. Third is grouping stage. If the data obtained is large, the number is greater than 30, the data should be arranged in the form of a group data frequency distribution table. Now there's an exercise. Okay, let's discuss together. Creating a single data distribution table where part of the frequency or the entire frequency is more than 1. This is made data of 40 students. Okay, let's discuss together. The solution is If this data is entered into the frequency distribution table, then the steps are: first is looking for the highest score and the lowest score. Second, calculate the frequency of each of the existing values or totals. Third is convert the totals or radius to a numeric value. And the last is add up the frequencies to find number of cases. And next is solution. From this data, the highest score is 10 and the lowest score is 3. After calculating, the data is as follows. Okay, this is a table of score, totals, and frequency. And we have the sum of data is 40. We gotta go to average, mean, median, modus. What do you think about average? Do you know? Okay, let's discuss together. Average. In statistics, we always know the mean, median or middle value, and mode or most value measures. These three measures are the average size within the central tendency group. These three statistical measures can also be found widely applied in everyday life. To describe a group of data, we often express it in terms of its means, median, or mode. The first is mean. Mean is the arithmetic average of a data set. This is found by adding the numbers in a data set and dividing by the number of observations in the data set. So, mean is the sum of all data values divided by number of data values. The second is median. The median is the middle number in a data set when the numbers are listed in either ascending or descending order. So the median has two kinds of group. First, if the total number of observation or n is an odd number, then the formula is given below. So median is x n plus 1 divided by 2. And the second is if the total number of the observation or n is an even number, then the formula is given below. Median is 1/2 times x n divided by 2 plus x n divided by 2 plus 1. And the last is mode. The most is the value that occurs the most often in a data set, and the range is the difference between the highest and lowest values in a data set. Now there's an example. Please see this example. Find the mean, median, and mode for the following list of values. Here, there is data that is not short, so let's discuss together. And this is a solution. The mean is the usual average because n is 9. So, the mean is the sum of all data divided by n. So, we just substitution n is 9. Then we count so that we get the mean is 15. Now that the mean is not a value from the original list, this is a common result. You should not assume that your mean will be one of your original numbers. So the median is the middle value. So to rewrite the list in ascending order is given below. First, we sort it from the smallest, which is 13, and the largest is 21. There are 9 numbers in the list, so the middle one will be median is x n plus 1 divided by 2. So we just substitute it. N is 9. Then we count so that we have the median is 14. Solution for the mode is the number that is repeat more than any other. So 13 is the mode. And here there is exercise. The following is data on the math test scores of 20 grade 8A students at MTSN 2 Tanah Laut. Nah, here there is data that is not short. So first, sort the data above from smallest to largest value. Create a table that states the test scores and the frequency with which students get each grade. Second, calculate the mean, median, and mode values from the data above. Okay, let's discuss together. This is a table of math test score, totals, and frequency, and we have the sum is 20. So the solution of the mean is the usual average because n is 20. So mean is the sum of all data divided by n. So we just substitute n is 20, then we count so that we get the mean is 77.5. And the median, because n is 20, is an even number, so median is 1/2 times xn divided by 2 plus xn divided by 2 plus 1. So we just substituted n is 20, then we count so that we get the median is 80. And the solution of mode, the mode is the number that repeat more often than any others. So 80 is the mode because 80 most often appear as many as 6 data. Okay, you're gonna go to exercise again. So, a mother has 5 children. The oldest child is 2 years old and the youngest is p years. And the other 3 children were 2p minus 2, p plus 2, and p plus 1 years respectively. If their average age is 17 years and the age of the oldest child is blah 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 years. So, the solution for the mean is the usual average because n is 5 and the mean is 17, so the mean is the sum of all data divided by n. So we go to substitutions. N is 5 and we got p is 12. So the age of the oldest child is 2 times p is 2 times 12 is 24 years old. And then the exercise again. It is known that the test scores of 7 students are 4, 2, 8, 5, 6, 8, and 9. If the mean is 6, then the value of A is blah 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 blah. So, the solution is The mean is the usual average because n is 7 and the mean is 6, so mean is the sum of all data divided by n. So we go to substitutions. N is 7 and the mean is 6. So we got A is 8. So the value of A is 8. And we go to exercise again. It is the last exercise. So throwing the dice 25 times, and the numbers that come out the data are, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And the mean and mode of the above data is blah blah blah. So this is a solution for the mean. The mean is the usual average because n is 25, so we go to substitution. N is 25 and we got the mean is 4. And then for the mode of data is, the mode is the number that is repeat more often than any other, so 5 is the mode, because 5 most often appear as many as 6 data. Okay. Wow! We have finished our material on collection of data, frequency table, and average. Keep enthusiasm to continue learning and stay healthy everyone. I close. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.